Listen, I wish that I would have bought you flowers. You hear me? I wish that I would have bought you flowers. Like a florist whose eyes record everything in stop motion, I've been able to witness every step of your growth. All the while, I recognize that you were a rose that rose in the face of adversity, a rose that when knocked down and buried beneath the rubble of an ever-eroding kingdom, you arose, a rose that when standing face to face with the devil himself, you took the bull by the horns like a matador, D-Rose, a rose that when your last petal hits the ground and all that is left is a stem riddled with thorns, you picked up each and every last one of those petals and wove them into a cape for your heroes. Forget being your he-man. Can I be your heroes? And you see, although I was granted the opportunity to witness the infinitely resilient plot of this rose, it never dawned on me that I should have bought you flowers. And for that, I am deeply sorry. So allow me to stand before you today and put some respect on your name. Allow me to stand before you today and craft you the most beautiful bouquet that was ever made. Raise your rose. Listen, I'm talking a bouquet so beautiful that it would force you to never be able to forget the source from which you came. I'm talking flowers from the Garden of Eden, flowers that have stopped Eve from eating, flowers that will be immortalized in time and converted into a tourist destination in Sweden, flowers so vibrant that they would remind a blind man of the joys of what it's like to use his eyes for reading. Flowers so magnificent that they could stop a man's hairline from receding. Flowers that could take a normal work day and make it feel like the weekend. Flowers that are always in season. Flowers so fragrant that if you had an allergy, you would forget about it just so that your nose could admire the aroma. And I have to stand before you and apologize again because I just went through all of that, and I failed to ask you all, what is your favorite flower? What's your favorite flower? My man's right here. What's your favorite flower? W. Favorite flower? Can't go wrong with roses. My man's right here. Just because you in the front, you tapped in. What's your favorite flower? Roses too? What's your favorite flower? Tulips? What's your favorite flower to my people over here? Sunflower. Go ahead. Lotus. All right. Those are all beautiful choices. And I'll do my best to keep that at the forefront of my mind as I craft you this bouquet. You see, this bouquet is multi-purpose. One, it's for your enjoyment. Two, I hope that it will help you see yourself the way that I see you, right? So look, number one, you nourish my soul. So let's add a honeysuckle in hopes that its sweet, sweet nectar could help satisfy your metaphysical sweet tooth. That's dessert for the spirit. Number two, you remind me that love can flourish beautifully even in the most devastated environment. So let's add a lotus in hopes that it'll remind you that love can flourish so gracefully even in the most catastrophic of conditions. Number three, you are a mother. So let's add a daisy to represent nativity and that unconditional tender love and care. That's for my mamas out there. Number four, nobody's perfect. But let's add some begonias just to remind you that I recognize you, flaws and all, and I still accept you all the same. In fact, your flaws are what make you awesome. Flawsome. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Hey, put your roses up. Listen, the sun's rays follow you everywhere that you go. So it's only right that we add sunflowers in hopes that it would remind you that I will adore you with a smile on my face that is so bright that I can only pray that it'll reflect the beauty of your rays. Now, let's add some lavender. Simply because that aroma is capable of putting a rampaging Godzilla in a coma, you remind me that it is okay to chill in the midst of an endless grind. So do me a favor. Sit back, relax. If you got a drink, take a sip and unwind. Now, I've gotten all the way here, and I know some of you are wondering, like, why he got me holding this rose? I want you to remember that you are the rose. See, the reason that I never bought you flowers is because they could have never captured the pulchritudinous depths of your essence in a pre-made store-bought bouquet. Now, that goes back to the reason why I stand before you today. See, to know you and to truly know you is to love you. Here are your flowers. Sincerely yours, Wes Lee The Wordsmith.